Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to try to keep this video short. I just wanted to do a quick check-in. I didn't come on for quite some time because the doctors have been taking me off the Xanax and causing terrible withdrawals, and then putting me on another medication that caused extreme intoxication. They didn't know that. I found out by going back into my history from where I moved from, and ended up, it was over Labor Day weekend. So I tried to call the nurses twice, the Friday before and the Tuesday after, and they didn't get back to me. So I ended up picking up my diazepam, even though they didn't want me to. It was my only recourse of dealing with my withdrawals. Um, so now I'm on just a small dose of diazepam. My psychiatrist accused me of numerous things to try to go pill shopping, except I'm already off the Xanax, so I don't know what her problem is, but I may end up having to go back to her because I have no choice. So I'm dealing with that right now. Um, I have just been, withdrawing really sucks if you ever had to do that. Um, it's awful. You just feel like shit all the time. So I really haven't had the energy to make a video. I know I made one not too long ago. I hope that you're still watching my videos. Even though they're really not helpful, except I guess withdrawals. The thing is make sure you check yourself. Know what you're supposed to be doing, because the first psychiatrist I had just took me off. And when it comes to Xanax, you can go and have seizures, and not to scare you, but you can die if you go off suddenly. And she just took me off just real fast. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I haven't slept. I don't sleep much anymore. I don't know if that's part of the withdrawals or just the anxiety. I don't know. Probably a lot of both. I am now waiting for them to get back to me on whether I'm going to keep this doctor, go on the doctor I had before. I really want to switch to a different doctor, but I can't. The system here just really sucks. The new doctor that I have slash had slash might go back to, I feel like she didn't know my history. I feel like she was just kind of doing a Russian roulette or shake of the dice. We'll see, throwing shit to the wall and see what sticks. It's kind of how I felt that she was doing with me, and it wasn't fair. She accused me of lying. She accused me of changing my name so I could go pill shopping. So now I changed my appearance, and I told my therapist today that, and it was a joke, that I was doing it to, change my appearance so I can try to go pill shopping and doctor shopping. It's a fucking joke. But make sure you know yourself and what you should be doing, as in, like they pulled me off Xanax suddenly, and you can't do that. And they even ended up getting another doctor in there for a second opinion, and he says, you can't do that. It's like, you really didn't know that? Are you kidding? So find out what medications you're allergic to or sensitive to. Um, they're like, find a way to get exercise. I have a bum knee. I can hardly walk into the store. because I'm always in so much pain. Well, go swimming. I don't have a big enough puddle outside. I don't even have a bathtub. I know, pity me. That's not what this is all about, I promise. I'm just trying to explain to you when they change your medications or when they take you off your medications. Um, know the side effects. Every time I get a new medication, first thing I do is look up the side effects. Google is very handy. Some doctors hate it when you mention it. I Googled it. They don't like that. Too bad. I saw my doctor for my stomach last week, and he wanted to prescribe me something for my stomach. And it was something that really wasn't necessary. So I told him I'll pass, that I rather have medication, or I rather go without medications and skip medications and let my body tell me what's wrong or how I feel. Then I guess I feel like medications are a band-aid, or they cover up things. I get a headache, and that's really rare. But I don't even take Tylenol because I want to feel if my headache gets worse, if it turns into a migraine at my age, if it could be a stroke, if it could be, I know it sounds bad, but my fiance, he has had 3 strokes and he's younger than I am. So I like to feel my, I like to feel my body. No, seriously, I like to feel if anything changes, things like that. That's just the way I am. Um, I don't know. I guess this was just about meds, and make sure you are aware of, like, when you're on multiple medications, it's harder to know if it's this medication that's causing it or this. But if you're on, say, 2 medications and you've been on them for a while and you really don't have any problems, and they add another one, pay attention to side effects. And if you have any side effects, make sure you let them know. Okay, this isn't working, and they may adjust the dose, or they may put you on something else. But it's very important. That's what the nurses are there for. Don't feel like you're complaining. Don't feel like you're whining. I've bothered them so much, and get over it. That's what you're getting paid for. That's what you're there for. Don't be afraid to speak up. If your psychiatrist or your therapist or the nurse, whomever it may be, treats you like shit, belittles you, accuses you of something you know you didn't do, or that you're lying, I was accused of that. She may be a psychiatrist, and you think that she's at the top of the food chain. She's not. There's somebody always above her or him. In my case, it was a her, so that's why I said her. But um, don't be afraid to speak up. Speak up for yourself. Like I told her, you don't live this every day. You don't walk in my shoes. When you walk in my shoes, you let me know how you feel. So I don't, after all this time, I've been doing this for 40 years. Yeah, 40 years. I don't let them push me around. I I take care of me. Isn't that what your job is? Is to take care of you? I'd like to think so. Don't let them dictate what you do, what you take, what you eat, and that's it with any doctor, any healthcare professional. I smoke. So when I walk in there and they start with your exercise, your diet, what you eat, what you drink, drugs, alcohol, etc. I look right at them and I say, I smoke. I'm not quitting. Don't even go there. Because otherwise it's, smoking's bad for you, da da da. Well, you know what, where I live, marijuana is legal. I've had the same 2 jars of marijuana for over 2 years. I don't do it. And my stomach doctor is like, oh, that happens from smoking marijuana. And I'm like, I don't do it. I have it, but it makes my fiance really sick. And I don't like to do it alone, so I don't do it. I have bottles of liquor. Um, very rarely. We have wine, cheap wine, that we will have once every, I don't know, 3 years. No, 3 months. I'm tired, but I'm not. I've gotten to the point where I feel like sleeping is overrated. Um, I have better things to do. I've been watching YouTube videos about rice and salt, and there's just this channel where this guy um, compares meat and talks about expensive meat and cheap meat, frozen meat, potatoes, you name it, cooking different things. Um, I've been watching things about, gosh, just, the, I can't think of his name anymore, but just To Catch a Predator. I've always enjoyed that, and I finally found it on there. So I've been watching that. It's Chris Hansen, I think his name is. I've been watching that because it's like, wow, some of the shit is just mind blowing, and it's just interesting. Um, yeah, I got a new do, complete makeover. I call it my midlife crisis. So I cut all my hair off and I dyed it, and it looks really red, but it's actually lighter. For some reason, I don't get the light in here, and especially when it's dark outside and the shades are all closed, and I know you give a shit. I'm just self-conscious. It's part of the body dysmorphia where I am afraid I'm fat, I'm afraid I'm ugly, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that, and it causes extreme anxiety, and it just makes me feel better to talk about it once in a while. Yeah. So with that, um, take care of you. Don't let anybody tell you that you're crazy, that it's all in your head. Yeah, mental illness is all in your head, dumb fuck. Excuse my French. I tend to tell it how it is, and it's the way it is. I'm not afraid to tell it how it is. I tell the doctors how it is. If I throw an F-bomb in there, well, get over it. I tell everybody and anybody, like you've never heard it, like you've never said it. Really? No. I have yet to run into anybody who's never said it. I am just so over it. This is me. I'm coming to terms with that after all this time. And it's because I keep piling more shit on, and then you have to get used to that. And it's just like, God, just leave me alone. I'm so tired of having this wrong and this pill and that pill, and if I don't feel that pill or that medication is working, I make sure to let them know, and then either put me on something else or I'm not taking it. It's that simple. And I'll deal with the consequences, and I'm still here after numerous attempts to go to the other side. I'll admit that. I have mental illnesses. That's part of it sometimes, is not wanting to exist. It's not suicidal. It's uh, suicidal ideation. It's part of it. And if you have it, you'll know what I mean. Uh, so with that said, I feel like being goofy. And I know I have that once in a while where I just want to be goofy. But I really don't know what else to say. Could you please comment and let me know how you're doing? Because I know I haven't been here very much, but I do get notifications when people comment, and I would like to know how you're doing, if anything has changed with you, how you're feeling. Where I am here, autumn is approaching, and pretty soon it'll be winter, and that's my toughest time. I have depression on top of depression. Um, it's the winter depression, the seasonal depression, and then the bipolar depression. So that's going to be tough, maybe. I don't know. I guess I just hope you're all well. I wish that you would comment so I would have something else to do besides babble to the camera. No, I enjoy doing this when I do it. Um, Life is life. And if you have mental illnesses, you have to make the best of it. And you have to do what's best for you. Just keep that in mind. Take care of you. And that's about the only advice I have is don't let the doctors dictate your life and your well-being. Make sure you know what makes you tick, if you want to call it that. What makes you feel better? What makes you feel worse? Um, and if a medication makes you feel crappy, tell them that, and they will do everything to find something else that doesn't. And, different doses, different medication, that's about all you can do, really. Borderline, there really isn't anything you can do except talk therapy. So I go to my therapist and I see him, and this is what I do. I talk through the whole thing, and he hardly gets a word in edgewise because I don't want to hear what he has to say. I've heard everything. I've tried just about everything besides hypnosis, and actually I think they tried that once, and it's just a waste of time for me. But everybody has what works for them. So you take care, and I hope I will see you next time, and comment on how you're doing, how you're feeling, any questions, any concerns. Hopefully I can help you out. Take care.